Welcome back to Outmouse Labs. My name is Penny, and I'm glad you're here. Today we're going to do another fairly quick video. This is going to go over using the animation editor in the MV mode, or Flipbook mode, to create a custom animation that could be used as something like a summon. So the first thing is we need to set up our image. So you can use any image program. I'm using Aspirate. The size of your canvas needs to be 960 by any multiple of 192. In this case, I've chosen 768. Then I've set my grid to be at 192 by 192. So this is an animation cell. I've got a picture of a wolf, and then I've got slashes to the left and slashes to the right. So that's my animation picture. Okay. When that's done, you need to save it to the animations folder of your project. So you can go to your project, then image, and if there isn't an animations folder, create it like this with the lowercase a and save it in there. Okay? Once it's saved, you're ready to go into the editor. So here in the editor, you're going to go to the editor, you're going to go to animations, create or pick a blank one, right click and hit create MV compatible data. This turns it from FXeer to Flipbook. You'll know you're in the right mode because you'll see the blue. Okay, the first thing you're going to want to do is give it a name. I've chosen Wolf Summon, and then you're going to give it a number of frames. I've chosen 20. 10 to 12 is probably standard for a good quick spell animation, but this is a summon, so it's going to be a bit longer. In our 20 frames, then down at the bottom, you're going to choose your image. So our name is Penny Wolf. That's going to put it down at the bottom. Okay, so now we're going to start construction. I'm going to start by making sure I'm on my wolf and double-clicking to add it to the frame. I'm going to set it somewhere like right there. Then I'm going to go to frame 5, and I'm going to put it again. I'm going to go to frame 10. I'm going to put it again. I'm going to go to frame 15. I'm going to put it again. And then I'm going to, on 16, I'm going to put it one more time, and I'm going to set it. I'm going to double click on it and hit 0, 0. That'll center it. Then I'm going to copy that. So you can hit Control C to copy. I'm going to go down. I'm going to hit paste. Set it to 0, 0 again. And this time I'm going to turn the scale up by, let's say 25%. So we'll do 125. Then I'm going to go down to 18 once again. Double click, 0, 0, set it to 150. 19, same thing, 0, 0, 175. To note, there are ways to automate this slightly, like you can tween this, but it gets a little bit more complicated, and I don't mind doing a quick animation manually, but it's totally up to you. Some of these other tools really are useful. Alright, so there's our basic animation. And in between, what I want it to do is, it starts here, and then it's going to end up here. So on 3, I want it to do a slash. So I'm going to switch to slash, do 0, 0. Then I also on 3 want it to make the target or the enemy flash. So I'm going to set it to frame 3. I'm going to make a flash of white, set to target for 5 frames. I'm going to do the same thing at 8. So we're going to go to 8, set it to 8, flash, 5 frames. Then at 16, when it starts to be the big one, I want it to flash the whole screen. So we're going to set it to flash screen 16 for 4 frames. And right around the time it gets to, let's see, let's do right in the middle, that's fine. So we will then at frame 10, tell it to play a sound effect. I have a wolf howl here. We're going to hit OK. We have our everything set up so we can test it. So I think that makes a pretty good looking summon. You could obviously do other things with it, but I certainly think that that works pretty well. If you want to see it in game, so we'll hit apply. We're going to save it as the wolf summon. I'm going to go over to my skills and temporarily turn my wolf tackle into my wolf summon by going to animation, wolf summon, and hit OK. Hit apply. We'll jump into the game. We go in, we special, wolf tackle, And there you go. Damages, slows the enemy with a cool effect. With that basic maneuver, you could make all kinds of cool animations and summons. Just to show you, I mentioned the tween effect. So I use the tween for my wolf tackle animation. So the way this works is I set the first frame to have the wolf here, and the last frame to have the wolf here. In the first frame it's at regular scale, and in the last frame it's at 200 scale. Instead of doing that manually like I just showed you, I just did the first and the 12th, and then I hit tween and told it to do all 12 frames and all of the cells, and I hit OK. And it made all those other bits for me. And that looks really, really different. So this is the exact same image, but the animation itself is totally different. I'll go ahead and show you that before I close out the video. So the way that looks in-game is right here. So very different look with the same sound effects and images. The animation editor is really powerful. If you want to learn to use effects here, you can certainly do that as well, and you get more of those cool particle effects. But it is neat that you can still use the Flipbook editor if you like it. I hope this was helpful, and happy game making. Oh, and please consider liking and subscribing. Take care.